A lot of times people buy houses and, it's the first time that they get to meet the professionals that they're working with. So they're always, the question is, and sometimes people fear this, what happens after I close on my house and everybody's been paid, everybody's gone? If I need something, can I get in touch with my real estate professional? What happens if there's something wrong with the house? And we've seen it before, right?
Sure.
It's a legal question. So all these questions come up. So Ted, we'll start with you.
Well, unfortunately, it does happen every so often. Most of the time, things go well and everything's, everything's resolved at the closing table. But every so often, you have a situation where, something might have gotten picked up at the walkthrough, and it gets resolved post-closing. Matt doesn't want to hear that, but as a lender, you don't always want to know, but it does happen. And other times, you find out things after the closing. And it really depends on the situation and what's found. If it's an issue with the condition of the property, maybe. The question then becomes whether or not it was something that was there at the time the inspection was done and came up afterwards. It's really a timing issue, really.
Can be somewhat hard to prove as well,
It might be hard to prove.
Like if there was mold or leaky pipes behind the walls or something, and sometimes it's not negligence, but sometimes it is.
Yep. Yeah. Or then there's the question becomes whether it was or should have been disclosed. They might have marked unknown on the seller's disclosure, and did they really know? I mean, that's something that's factual. It's difficult to prove. How do you know that the person knew, that this existed? It's not always clean and black and white.
It's not. So the whole point of it is that yes, your real estate professionals should be there after we are.
At every closing, I review post-closing items with the buyers.
Smart.
Let them know what's going on,
like
especially
what?
From the mortgage perspective. On my side,
yeah.
all of my mortgage gets sold on the secondary market.
Okay.
So we're always transferring our loans to a new lender that's going to collect the payments. They purchase it off of us to collect the interest over the term of the loan. So when that happens, that gets an uncomfortable feeling in some buyers after they're closing. Like, all right, who am I sending a mortgage payment to? All the biggest fear of all is being late on the mortgage, which is the number one rule you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So afterwards, there's a lot of paperwork that gets thrown at you. There's a lot of people advertising for to you, marketing to you for certain things. So you get them, it's all convoluted, and you kind of get messed up about like what's important, what's not, what's trash, what's not. So one of my big things that I tell all my buyers at the closing table after you move into the house and you're making some steady payments, is if you get anything in the mail that is you're unsure of the legitimacy of it, if it's something that came from Movement Mortgage or from the company that we're selling the mortgage to, if you're unsure about it, you contact me immediately so that I can help you interpret whatever document it is. And I see them on every single one of my loans, so I'll know right away whether it's a document that pertains to your mortgage or if it's a solicitation. Or a marketing component. And then I go over how the escrows work, and there's a lot of different things going on, but always call me and Ted
or you can
and Emilio.
Call me as well. That's right. Yeah.
Definitely. And the last thing that I do want to mention, like on our end, is the closing disclosure. You may need it for tax purposes,
That's
so
right.
you can always get back to me. I've got it saved on the cloud. I can easily email it to you.